everyone. Thanks for staying with us through the technical changes, but it does allow us to bring more speakers to your, for you to have access to, and we like getting as many experts as possible when we talk about an issue that we're trying to start a new campaign on like this. So how many of you live or work in a city that offers PACE financing? Excellent. Next slide, Jason. So I saw a couple of you that did not. So PACE stands for Property Assessed Clean Energy. It is a voluntary and innovative method of offering financing specifically for things like hurricane protection, energy, trying to reduce your energy. You can install renewable energy systems. And we have already seen in the short time that it's been available that it very much stimulates our economy. Next slide, Jason. So just to acknowledge that these are the cities that are participating in the Broward PACE program. Cities that you don't see shaded dark orange in there actually do have their own city-based programs. But as a result, we have over 70% of our county population that does have access to PACE financing. Next slide, Jason. So just as a summary for this year, so the County Broward PACE program has been operating, since June 2016. We have over 3,800 projects that have been completed, financing over a total of $63 million. 70% of those investments have been used for hurricane protection, things like windows, maybe improving your roof, etc. They're altogether, even without hurricane protection, leads to about $650,000 in energy savings. Obviously, it's not an exact number, but that's what we're estimating. And that's enough energy to power over 600 homes for a year. And what I want you to focus on is that we also have had over 1,500 kilowatts of solar power installed through financing with this program. If only I had memorized these slides, right? Next slide, Jason, please. All right, perfect. So focus on the solar. What I want to harp on today is that this is an opportunity for both residential and commercial customers to be able to finance through PACE, especially if maybe it's in a neighborhood that maybe they don't have access to more traditional financing, and so this actually can be attached through their property tax assessment, and they can pay it as a special assessment and it's attached to their property. Next. Okay, so why would this be a benefit? So it eliminates those upfront costs, right? So our solar installations can be relatively costly, and especially because you don't realize those energy savings until after it's been operational for many years. This eliminates that, and you can be financing over anywhere from 5 to 20 plus years through PACE financing. We have 5 providers operating through the county program so that you can call each provider and try to get a competitive offer for financing. Of the improvements are solar or renewable energy at the moment, which is great. And so that's been about 148 customers that have gone through the PACE program to get solar. Next slide, Jason. This doesn't count against my time because
everyone's a critic.
I know. Jason is my partner for life. After the summit, he can do no wrong. Okay, so really quick, and this wasn't easy to pull together, but I think it's a very important point. While we do promote the program, we want to make sure that it's the right financial decision for everyone, but we're not financial advisors. So everyone needs to do their due diligence to make sure that they are getting the best benefit out of the program. So we just did an example to look at what if you wanted to spend about $15,000 on a solar installation, right? So there's about $500 in fees from the provider, and the going rate of interest is between 7 and 8%, right? So if you're going to finance that over 10 years, what we found is that you may actually only be about breaking even on the return on investment and energy savings from the solar installation, right? So if you finance it over 5 years, which is a short-term loan, then you are actually seeing a much higher savings of energy costs on the order of $6,000. And so this is important to point out, because if you suggest to people that they finance it over 20 years, then it may not be the best investment, right? It's an opportunity for them to put it on their home or their business, but they really are, the energy savings is not equaling the amount that they've spent on it. So while there's a benefit to us because they put solar on their home, it may not be a financial benefit to them. And so we really want to promote this program for solar in particular on the shorter end of the financing terms. Yes, next slide, please. Okay, so just to reiterate, use PACE when it makes sense. Keep in mind how long you're financing, how long you plan on staying in your home. The PACE assessment can roll with the property, so if you sell your home, it can stay on the home. However, some mortgage lenders or some purchasers may want you to pay off the assessment before you actually sell it. So think about that when you're making your decision of what type of financing to take out. Make sure that there's a balance between the energy savings and the amount of your annual assessment. And we are constantly trying to provide more consumer protections through this program. And there will be some disclosures coming up to make it even easier for residents to understand what they're getting into. But it is just like any financing, you need to do due diligence. Next slide, please. That's it. So we have some frequently asked questions sheets that are excellent, and description all about the program at broward.org/gogreen. Thank you.